is Local 3 News at 4.
Wildfires continue throughout the Tennessee Valley. We'll have details on how to stay safe this weekend. And boom! What are those loud noises along I-24? Plus, the Chattanooga Fire Department says change your clocks and change the batteries in your smoke detector. Also,
real competitive, so I'm thinking the police gonna win this year.
Guns and Hoses. Chattanooga firefighters and police officers face off for a good cause. It's time for Local 3 News at 4. Thank you for watching. I'm David Carroll.
And I'm Cindy Sexton. Well, we are monitoring a number of fires in the Tennessee Valley. Our team is out covering what you need to know.
The Dade County, Georgia Emergency Management Team tells us all the fires are now contained. David Carnes is standing by with the forecast. There you see Dallas Payton in Dade County, along with Grayson Gordon. We'll begin with Grayson. And how are the conditions for those who are working to control these wildfires, Grayson?
David, Cindy, these conditions are very dangerous out here. We've had one worker out here that was already injured during this time. He slipped and he had to be rescued. The Forestry Commission employee injured his leg. He was taken to the hospital, but is now recovering at home.
Anytime we're working in this Rocky Mountainous terrain, it always elevates the risk of accident or an injury. So we have to make sure that safety is our priority as we're conducting our operations.
Crews are now working to blow leaves away from fire breaks to help contain the area, and the Northport community is the closest to where the fire is, and they're working to keep flames away from there. Now, these dry and windy conditions that we're seeing are really not helping this, but they are doing a good job so far. Reporting live here in Dade County, Grayson Gordon, Local 3 News.
Thank you, Grace. And the wildfires have had an impact on air quality in Dade County and the surrounding areas.
For that story, let's go to Dallas Payton, live in Dade County. Dallas?
David, Cindy, I'm here on Murphy Hollins Road in Dade County, and it is just as clear as day. Pretty much doesn't seem like much has happened, but you can kind of see behind me where this grass has burned. But earlier today, the air quality in Dade County was poor, but it has since been upgraded to fair or moderate. Although the air quality is fair in Dade County for now, Claudia Gilman with the Chattanooga-Hamilton County Air Pollution Control Bureau says the winds are pushing the smoke towards the Sequatchie Valley. And she says later this evening, the winds will start to push towards the Chattanooga area. That could potentially change the air quality in Chattanooga to moderate to unhealthy for sensitive groups.
They have already respiratory issues. If you can smell the smoke in your area, and you know that you have health conditions, respiratory conditions, just limit your exposure. It's what we always recommend, stay indoors.
Gilman says that group of people should consider moving activities indoor or rescheduling to a time when air quality is better if the air quality worsens. People who don't have respiratory issues can go about their day as normal if the air quality changes to unhealthy for sensitive groups. Reporting live in Dade County for Local 3 News, I'm Dallas Payton.
Thank you, Dallas. Let's take a look at the active fires in our area. There you see them on that screen. The U.S. Department of Agriculture shows fires on a national basis, and you can go online to zoom in, find your particular part of the world. That link can be found inside our app.
And 3 fires burn on the Walker County side of Lookout Mountain. One is near Tower Road and Highway 157. It began burning last week and has rekindled. Another fire's off Tower Road in a 100-acre area. It's unclear how it started. And a third off Payne Chapel Road was reported this morning. No structures are in danger right now.
A fire continues in Collette Ridge, North Carolina in Cherokee County. It is currently not contained, covers about 110 acres. That fire started 10 days ago with no injuries and no structures lost. David Carnes is in for Cedric Haynes in our Storm Alert Center, monitoring these dry conditions.
Yeah, look at our forecast, David. It just seems to keep on going.
It really does. No real relief in sight in terms of the fire danger. Just the dryness is going to continue. The winds are not strong, but any wind with the fire that's out there is going to cause some problems. You can see where those fires are burning. Dade and Walker County producing all of the smoke, and we can with Future Scan pick up that smoke, and with the southerly winds projecting out where that smoke is going. So rising northward all just west of Chattanooga up toward the Sequatchie Valley. So that could be an issue for quite a broad area, not just on the Georgia Georgia side, but on the Tennessee side as well. And Dallas is talking about that air quality. This is kind of a map, and you can see it pretty much mirrors where that smoke is going, where we have moderate flirting with unhealthy conditions across parts of the Sequatchie Valley and down into North Georgia. Extreme drought conditions persist with rainfall amounts 5 to 20% of normal for the past 30 days. This morning, not as cold, but hey, still cold. 30 Chattanooga, 26 Cleveland, 28 in Dalton. Tonight will continue warming up, but still a few folks below freezing. 35 Chattanooga, 20s, mid to upper 20s in the Blue Ridge, 28 Athens, 33 in Dayton, 36 in Scottsboro. Right now, looky, 65 degrees Chattanooga, 62 in Cleveland, 63 Dalton, and there are those winds blowing out of the south-southwest at 9 miles per hour. Again, not strong winds, but any wind with any fire right now is going to pick that fire up and push it at a pretty good clip. We're about 5 to 10 degrees warmer than they were 24 hours ago, and tomorrow, looking at another warm one, we'll get into the low 70s as temperatures continue to climb. Sunny skies throughout. We'll have your complete weekend forecast coming up in a minute.
David, thank you. It's important to do what you can to prevent these fires from happening. Make sure to properly dispose of cigarettes. Don't throw them out your car window. Keep your vehicles off dry grass. Avoid activities with open flames. Avoid power equipment that could create sparks, and obey the burn bans. As you can see behind us, it is going to take a lot of rain to help us get out of this drought.
So be sure to stay with us for the latest conditions and updates on the fires. Now, just into our newsroom, the man who took a pistol from the scene of a mass shooting on Macaulay Avenue in June of last year has been sentenced to more than 9 years in prison. The shooting happened in front of Mary's Bar and Grill. 3 people were killed and 14 others injured. Gary and King pleaded guilty in April.
Coming up next on Local 3 News at 4, why Chattanooga firefighters say it's important to replace your smoke detectors when daylight saving time hits.
And later, it's guns and hoses as local firefighters and police officers battle for a good cause. Here's your Friday afternoon traffic, and it's about what we expected. In fact, in my own travels today on I-24 around 2 o'clock this afternoon, 24 eastbound was pretty much back-to-back, and it hasn't changed much in 2 hours. And we're looking here on the bottom of your screen. You see that red and orange line right around 153 and Lee Highway. That particular area there has been a problem and will be. A disabled vehicle has blocked traffic there. It's on the shoulder 153 northbound near Lee Highway. We'll continue to monitor traffic for you all afternoon right here on Local 3 News. If you've been driving along the 2475 split, you may be asking, what are those loud booms? Well, no reason to worry. Rubbleization has begun. That means the existing concrete is being reduced to rubble. Work is taking place today on I-75 and on I-24 starting tomorrow through early next week. We'll let you know when they're done and those loud booms will disappear. GDOT is warning drivers to slow down, be cautious. The number of pedestrians killed last year is up. The Governor's Highway Safety Association says more than 7,500 pedestrians killed is the most in 4 decades. They say almost half of pedestrian fatalities in Georgia were caused by a suspected distracted driver. They're warning you to put the cell phones away, stay alert. They say pedestrians should carry a flashlight or wear reflective materials.
Hey, we move into daylight saving time this weekend, and while the extra hour of sleep is nice, it's important to do some routine maintenance around your home. It's a good time to check smoke detectors around your home to make sure they're functioning. William Matlock with the Chattanooga Fire Department says it's important to check the batteries, and if you don't have the means to replace them, he says there are options.
Yeah, you can call us at the Chattanooga Fire Department, and if we have some on hand, we'll bring them out and install them for you.
Matlock says make sure your family knows what to do in the event of an emergency. He says make a plan when you replace those batteries.
And coming up, Chattanooga police and firefighters go nose to nose in Guns and Hoses tonight.
Reading that other thing. Local first responders are hosting an event tonight that is sure to be a knockout in more ways than one.
Leah Bowling tells us all about it.
Chattanooga Guns and Hoses is Friday night at 7:30.
It's a fire and police, fire against police boxing event for charity where local first responders get in the ring and box it out for the kids.
2 organizations benefit from the event. One is the Forgotten Child Fund, which provides kids with toys on Christmas.
Last year we helped over 16,000 kids get Christmas.
And the other is the YMCA's YCAP program,
which is a delinquency prevention program for local juveniles to kind of keep them off the street, teach them a trade, teach them how to deal and cope with issues at school and at home.
It's a cause that has prompted Chattanooga Police Chief Celeste Murphy to contribute.
I mean, they're just wonderful kids. They're so smart, and they're very passionate about what they do. And it's just the work that they do for these children, it's indescribable.
Murphy says the police team has some great fighters this year.
I'm real competitive, so I'm thinking the police gonna win this year. He's a little bit on the other side, but I'm going for the blue this year. Go blue.
She says you can see her in the ring presenting multiple winning belts to her blue team.
The community wants to come out and see Celeste Murphy in rare form. This is the opportunity to see it. I get so excited about, you know, just all of the camaraderie between all the first responders.
As a retired firefighter, Beatty will be rooting for the red team. The goal is to raise $100,000. If you can't make it out, there are still ways you can donate.
We'll have a text to give number, and we'll put that on our Facebook page during the event.
Murphy says it takes heart and guts for these first responders to get in the ring.
If anything, regardless of who wins or loses, the fact that they got out there, they're winners.
I'm Leah Bowling, Local 3 News.
Doors open at 6:30 at the Camp Jordan Arena. The event starts at 7:30.
Tickets are $15 if you purchase them online between now and 6:30, or $20 at the door. So I'd do it now if I were you.